What's up, guys? Welcome back to Healthy Recipe. We're going to be making a really simple recipe today, something that's very dear to my heart that I've been eating since I was a little kid. It's really simple. It's basically just rice, black beans, and pork chops made Cuban style with some adobo seasoning. It's going to be really delicious, something that you can all enjoy. We're going to do it all natural without any preservatives, and it's going to be quick and easy to make. So let's get right to work. So these are the ingredients that we're going to be working with today. Just really simple. I'm trying to bring you guys a little bit shorter recipes with less ingredients, so you guys can make it more simple without having to do all that prep and work. So basically I have one white onion here, and it's just about a half, and I just sliced it. We're going to be using this for the pork chops. I have some soy sauce. I have 3 pork chops. You could do as many as you want for you and your family. I have 1 can of organic black beans, and these are Members Mark. They're available at Sam's Club. They're really good. It's just salt, sea salt, organic beans, and water, nothing else in it. So we're going to add a little bit of cumin and salt and soy sauce to season in our own way. You can also add bell pepper. It makes it a lot more flavorful, but I didn't have any on hand. I have some minced garlic, 1 bitter orange that we're going to use to marinate the pork chops, and this is a key ingredient in Cuban marinades when it comes to pork and chicken. If you don't have sour orange or bitter orange available in your area, lime juice will also work. It's just a little bit more flavorful, the orange. I have adobo seasoning, goya. You could use garlic powder, salt, and cumin if you don't have this available in your area. It basically makes the same. And I'm going to add a little bit of extra cumin to the pork chops. I like that flavor in it. And also I'll use this for the beans. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to marinate our pork chop. And I'm just going to take the juice from our bitter orange. And we're gonna squeeze that over the pork chop. And this stuff is amazing, guys. If you can find this in your local grocery store, give it a try. Ask your local grocer if they have bitter orange, and try it on chicken, pork, or beef. It is amazing. Such a unique flavor and aroma. I really cannot recommend it enough. I love this stuff. It's definitely something that I think everyone has to experience. I'm gonna add the adobo now. And I'm gonna go ahead and add a little bit of this minced garlic, just to give it a little bit more of that garlic flavor, and about a half a teaspoon or so of cumin. And we're just gonna mix all of this together. If you marinate this like 30 minutes ahead of time, it's even better for that seasoning to get into the meat. So right now the next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and get our beans over to our pot and season them, get them cooking. I have rice already made up, and basically I have a rice cooker. I use 1 cup of rice to 1 cup of water, and I use jasmine rice. If you guys don't have a rice cooker and you're using a regular pot, then it would be 2 cups of water to 1 cup of rice. So double the servings if you're not going to use a rice cooker. But they're cheap. I recommend it. If you eat rice here and there, you know, it's a great item to have. Something I kind of forgot to put in the ingredients is olive oil. I like the taste of olive oil with beans. I just think that that little bit of bitterness in the oil just add a really nice flavor anytime you combine it with beans. So what we're gonna do here is gonna make like a little sofrito basically. I'm gonna put some of that garlic in with the oil, I'm just gonna let it infuse that olive oil. There's probably about two and a half cloves of garlic left there. And as you guys already know, this is like one of my favorite flavors in the world. One of the favorite aromas is olive oil and garlic. My mom says that when I was a little baby, I was like in a little playpen, and I would tell her how good it smelled in Spanish. Every time she would put the sofrito on the pan, every time she would put the garlic, I would start sticking my nose out of the playpen and tell her in Spanish how good it smelled. So now that we have this going, I'm gonna go ahead and put our beans in here. And like I said, if you had a little bit of bell pepper, it's great for this. It'll add some awesome flavor. And this smells already amazing. All you need is 15 to 20 minutes. These beans are already, pre-cooked, but we want these flavors to marry in. I'm gonna add about a half a teaspoon of cumin. And about a tablespoon of soy sauce. This is an ingredient that I learned from my dad. He makes some really, really good black beans, and he always uses soy sauce. And I think that's a pretty old technique, because I think he learned it from his mom. But it makes it taste really nice. Alright, so while these beans are cooking, we're going to go ahead and get going with our pork chop. And I'm going to add the pork chops in here while the pan is still not completely hot, because I don't want it to stick. This is a stainless steel pan. So we got it at medium heat. And as the pan makes some of that fat render, it will cook the pork chop without adding any oil. So we won't have to add any extra oil or fat to this. It'll actually make it leaner too, because we're going to be able to melt away a lot of the fat. Okay, so now I'm going to turn up the heat to medium high on this. So you're going to turn it up to 425 degrees. We can get some searing on the outside. Go ahead and add the onions in. So these pork chops are pretty much done. They cook to medium well. I like my pork chops pretty well done. I don't like them medium. I know there's people that eat them medium, but I like them not completely dry or overcooked, but I like them medium well, juicy, but still cooked all the way through. So we're gonna go ahead and plate this for you guys, and I'll give it a taste, let you know how it came out. So there is my final dish. There is my Cuban style pork chop with rice, black beans, and onions. I hope you guys enjoyed it and you give this one a try. It's really, really simple. You saw the ingredients and how quick I made it. This is something that will be an all family favorite for a long time. If you like pork and if you like beans, this is a great one. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Give us a thumbs up if you did, and subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you guys really soon on the next one. Okay, so it's time to give this awesome recipe a try. I'm gonna mix everything a little bit. Some of these onions with the black beans and rice. Try to grab a little bit of the pork. For those of you guys that have grown up eating this stuff, you know what I'm talking about. This is amazing. Black beans are so good. I recommend any of you guys try it, especially with meat like this. This to me is a really home cooked classic. I grew up eating this stuff. Absolutely delicious. Guys, if you can get yourself some pork, some bitter orange, a little bit of black beans, and some rice, this is something you definitely must give a try to.